This is a gentleman from Illinois.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate it. This is a bipartisan amendment, one that my colleague from Illinois, Mr. Quigley, and I believe strongly about. And as part of this Congress effort to increase transparency and promote sound accounting practices in the federal government, this amendment would reform accounting practices at the Office of Management and Budget. Specifically, it would require the OMB director to prepare all budgets submitted to the President to use accrual-based accounting standards in addition to the currently used cash-basis GAAP accounting standards. Americans have a right to expect accountability, honesty, and transparency from their government. And right now, the mistrust of Congress, I believe, is at an all-time high. The use of the accrual-based accounting at the Office of Management and Budget would provide a more accurate reflection of our nation's true fiscal state. For too long, the federal government has relied on unsound budgeting practices that understate the reality and distort important costs and liabilities held by the government. As a small business owner, I know essentially how honest accounting is critical to financial decision-making. And in that respect, we should strive to make the federal government's practices more like what we demand of the private sector. In fact, the government itself, Madam Chairman, demands that publicly traded companies use the accrual-based accounting method, because the accrual-based accounting method gives a more accurate depiction of the true liabilities that are out there. In the cash basis, you're able to distort reality and be able to manipulate things to make them look a little bit rosier. The American people are looking for a fact-based budget, and they deserve no less. They deserve to know the truth about what our true liabilities are. And the truth is that the current practice of using only cash-basis accounting at the Office of Management and Budget paints an incomplete picture of our nation's future long-term liabilities. For example, the promise of Social Security and Medicare only show up as the cost to the American taxpayer when money is actually paid out. Accrual accounting more accurately reflects our nation's obligations so that a promise today is immediately recognized and accounted for, whether or not any money has been dispersed at that point in time. Madam Chairman, I am confident that the House Budget Committee recognizes the importance of honest accounting practices that accurately reflect the true fiscal state of this country. As a small business owner, I understand that it is absolutely critical when making decisions that impact not only the business, but the people that I work with, that we have a more accurate reflection of our liabilities. The government should be no different. And with that, I'd like to yield, if I may, to Mr. Garrett from New Jersey just for a few moments.
Sure. Gentleman from New Jersey.